Okay, you're right to go, Catherine, if you just want to introduce yourself while I do the ticky
Okay.
tick stuff.
Yeah, so welcome everybody to August Astrology. I'm Catherine Andrews. I'm a professional astrologer, life purpose coach, and author. So as we move into the second part of August, we are in full Leo power, is how I would describe it. We have several planets moving through Leo, which gives us all a sense of I want to have fun, I feel in my power, people really getting in touch with their inner child. Imagination is high, creativity is high. I've definitely been experiencing that. So if you do any types of creative things, you might feel like, boy, you're on fire right now. So hopefully you're able to set aside some time for those creative activities. So just starting with August 15th, even though it was 2 days ago, we had Leo in Mercury conjunct Jupiter in Leo. And so this was a great day uh, for business deals, to perhaps engage with a new business partner, engage in a new course of study. So the second half of this month, I really want you to think back a couple days to the 15th. And did you make a connection that maybe you didn't think was significant? Did you have an idea about a new business partner or something for your business that maybe you didn't give much credence to? I really want you to, because that was really powerful with Mercury and Jupiter coming together. We were probably thinking really big, and our natural tendency, of course, is to think, oh, I can't do that. I don't think big enough. But it really was a chance to do that. So that's the Leo power that I want to remind everybody of. And if you have met anybody in the last few days, could they somehow potentially be a great networking partner that you might have overlooked? Okay. Now, 2 days ago on August 17th, we had Mars squaring Neptune. And so this was a lot about, a square's sometimes a little difficult energy. So with Mars and Neptune making a square, we might have felt a little bit of confusion about what we wanted, with all this Leo power. Maybe we dreamed too big and then we're like on the 17th, no, I really can't do that. That's okay. We really just need to be disciplined with whatever desires this Leo energy is bringing us, and don't let whatever happened on the 17th get you down. But I guess in Australia it's already the 20th, but here in the States it's still August 19th. But on the 20th, this is a super, super important event. Mercury arrives at 20 degrees of Leo. So what this means is it's the exact degrees of the eclipse that we had on the 12th. So back on October 12th, and if you watched the first part of August, I talked about that eclipse. But today in Australia and tomorrow, if you're in the States, is what we call an eclipse activation day, which means that whatever new idea, new thing you set into motion on that eclipse on the 12th, this is the time where it actually gets activated, where something happens related to the new door that was opened. The solar eclipse on the 12th was about a new door opening, a new opportunity. And on the 20th, this is when you could get a surprise announcement about something related to a new opening. Something also worldwide could be announced. We don't know. But that eclipse in Leo is pretty powerful because Leo doesn't mess around. So there was some kind of new beginning in your own personal life set into motion. And today in Australia, tomorrow in the States, it will be made more clear. So listen closely to that. So let me just recap the eclipse on the 12th. I'm going to tell you what house in astrology it falls. So I'm going to do it by your rising sign. And this will give you a clue as to what is being activated today or tomorrow if you're in the States. So if you have Aries rising, that eclipse would fall in your 5th house of children, creativity, love, and romance. So you may get an announcement about a child coming into your life or a new romantic partner. If you have Taurus rising, the activation on the 20th will occur in your 4th house, which is the house of home and family. So something about your home comes into play. Have you been wanting to move, redecorate, fix something in your home? This is where the energy is going to be directed. Now, if you're a Gemini rising, the announcement, the activation will occur in your 3rd house of communication. So you could get emails, phone calls. You could have siblings, relatives, neighbors. The message could come through them. But wherever it comes, you need to be open to the message. So keep your ears open, listen to what that message is. There's something perhaps that you want to do advertising wise for your business. Maybe you want to write something. Okay, if you are Cancer rising, the activation will occur in your 2nd house, which is the house of money, values, possessions. So very important. There could be something about your financial situation you need to pay attention to, or something that really aligns with your visions, your priorities. If you are a Leo rising, this activation on the 20th will occur in your 1st house of self-development. So Leo rising, there is something that you are wanting to develop within yourself. You feel a need to expand, to grow in self-awareness, to remove the blinders in some way. And so maybe a course on self-development opens up to you. If you are Virgo rising, the activation on the 20th will fall in your 12th house. This is the house of the soul, your unconscious mind, your subconscious thoughts. So information will probably come to you through a dream, through meditation, some kind of subconscious pattern that you need to become aware of. If you are a Libra rising, and also you can consider this information if you're a Libra sun sign. Libra rising, this will occur in your 11th house. And so this is a very clear opening with friendships, groups, and organizations. So you're being activated to reach out to new people, new friends, really align with others who are in alignment with your life purpose. If you are a Scorpio rising, this will fall in your 10th house of career. So the activation is about your position, your salary, your expertise, and you have a new opportunity there. If you are Sagittarius rising or Sagittarius sun, the theme will fall in your 9th house. Well, wonderful, because this means that you are really wanting to perhaps go on a long distance trip. You have been wanting to expand your horizons with study, with more information, or maybe you're wanting to teach, but now is your time to really expound your beliefs to the world. If you are a Capricorn rising, the activation will occur in your 8th house of joint money matters, of soul regeneration. So Capricorn, there's things really deep that are percolating inside you. And on the mundane level, there's something about joint finances that you need to perhaps look into. If you are Aquarius rising or Aquarius sun, Aquarius rising, it will fall in your 7th house of partnership and marriage. So look to your mate, marriage partner, close business partner. There's something that is happening there, which is very significant for your intimate relationships. And last but not least, Pisces. Pisces rising, Pisces sun sign, the activation on the 20th will fall in your 6th house of health and healing. So Pisces, you're a natural healer. Does this signify that you perhaps might be furthering your healing abilities, doing something in your business with healing? Do you yourself need to revamp your diet, your exercise program. There's something about that for the activation day on the 20th. So if anybody has any questions up to this point about your activation day or activation in your life about the eclipse, let me know. Otherwise, we'll continue on with some other events.
Well, thank you, Catherine. Thank you very much. If I could just pop in for now, I'd love to know more because I missed Virgo, what you said about Virgo. I'm Virgo rising. But before we do that, or before I pop in there, I just want to say we do have people watching online. We've got Laura, Lucienne, and Jindar. If you'd like to, okay, Laura's acknowledged it. Laura, if you would like a reading, please put something in the comments, either so your name, obviously, which goes in, and your sun or rising sign, or for numerology, your date of birth, I think. And then, of course, we've got Jenny and Rosemary, who's now coming online for lots of readings today, Catherine, whenever you're ready. We've got anything
Sure.
else you'd like to share?
Yeah, we'll go ahead. Did somebody have a question or?
Well, Rosemary's here, Jenny's here, and I'm still waiting for the ones online to come through. Laura, okay, Laura's just, let me just have a quick look. Laura's just put a comment in, but you've got Rosemary and Jenny here, and then we get to Laura as well. Laura's just commented too. So whoever you wish to go to, Catherine, your choice. We've got 3 people waiting at the moment.
You choose. I'm open.
I can't do that. All right, I'm going to go alphabetically. Jenny, you're first, and as long as if Rosemary doesn't have to wait too much longer. Is that okay, Rosemary? Okay. All right. So, Jenny, do you have a question or anything you'd like a reading? And then
I'd love.
Yep.
Hi.
Go for it.
Hi, Jenny. What's your birth date?
December 16th, 1974.
Okay. Do you know what your rising sign is in your astrology?
Oh, I was just trying to figure that out a few minutes ago.
Okay.
All that I have is sun. Oh,
no, go ahead.
I was going to say all that I know is sun in Sagittarius, moon in Aquarius, and I'm not sure any more.
Okay. So yeah, so with your sun in Sagittarius, with this eclipse activation on the 20th, this has to do with the 9th house, which is about expanding your horizons. It's like they're, if you think back to the 12th when the eclipse took place, were you thinking about pursuing a new course of study, recognizing, oh, some of my beliefs are outdated? Were you drawn to a new type of teacher, a new type of learning? There's something opening for you that says, you know what, if you want to learn more, if you want to expand beyond your belief systems, there's something bigger out there for you. And tomorrow, the 20th, if you're in the States, you will get a clue as to what that is. But it does have to do with a spiritual path, expanding the mind, possible long distance travel. And I would also say too that on the 21st, you are going to be looking at a Libra opposing Aries, which is looking at feeling like, oh, I'm selfish if I want to do this new mind expanding venture, right? Or do I have to just be nice and go along with what other people want? Or can I really go after this desire that was sparked on the 12th, this big day of activation? So beware of thinking, oh, it has to be me or the others. I have to be nice, or I have to just do what I want. There's always a mixture, right? You don't have to please others. You have to please yourself, but you also don't have to leave others outside, right? So that's going to be the big issue that you're looking at with this activation day. So finding a balance and keeping in mind a good thing is knowing when you make the right decision for you, you really make the right decision for everybody else. Okay, so Leo does make a trine to Sagittarius. So you're really probably enjoying a lot fire energy right now with all the Leo, which is really urging you to step into your Sagittarian nature, which is to learn and to teach. Okay.
Thank you.
Good. Well,
Yeah,
good.
thank you.
Okay. Just quickly, and then we'll just go to Laura, who's waiting online, and then Rosemary. So Laura's saying that she's a Sagittarius sun, a Virgo rising, Capricorn moon. Curious, anything I should be mindful coming up with the lunar eclipse, but also any insights in the month ahead.
Yeah. So, yeah, with Virgo rising, the activation on the 20th for you is going to occur in your 12th house, which for a Virgo is great because Virgos love delving into the soul, into the subconscious. You just have to kind of learn to go beyond the analytical mind. So tomorrow on the 20th, if you're in the States, the real message is don't get caught up in analyzing or the rational mind. Go beyond that. If you have tools that you use, like breath work or meditation, to go beyond that, the messages are deep for you. They may even have a link to past lives, things that you need to sort through from the past and release. So that's what I would say for that. Now, you asked about the lunar eclipse, which will be occurring on August 28th. And that is at 4 degrees Pisces. So for you, that's going to fall in your house of relationships. So this is very significant because there's something about an intimate relationship, perhaps an intimate business partner, that you're closing the circle on. There's something to complete in that relationship. Maybe it's time to say goodbye to it. Or maybe it's time to release some old habit that you have been doing in this relationship. There's something about relationship that needs to be released. And again, you may feel, particularly on the 21st, that it either has to be all about me or all about the other person. If I'm not nice and play by the rules, people won't like me. You may get thinking like that on the 21st, but really there is a balance, right? You have to set boundaries, you have to think of yourself, and you also have to think of other people. But as I told Jenny, you are really getting fired up because we've got still all this Leo energy. Sun is still in Leo. And so Leo, of course, trines your Sagittarian sun, which means that you have a lot of power and energy right now to be learning and expanding. So really take advantage of that until the sun moves into Virgo on the 22nd.
Thank you for that. Thank you very much. And Laura, let us know if you have any further comments, any other questions. So Rosemary, what about you, my dear? What would you like?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't mind a reading because I've had a few questions, questioning myself about some things that I'm doing. So my sun is in Taurus, moon is in Pisces, but that's all I know.
Okay.
I was born May 1st, 51.
Okay, super. So Rosemary, on the 20th, tomorrow, if you're in the States, this activation for you is related to something about home and family and your living situation. You know, Taurus is very methodical, very practical. And sometimes family situations, family dynamics are not like that. So I almost feel like it's going to be, there's a little chaos going on, like you said, a little indecisive, not sure what to do. And then, of course, with your Pisces moon, you're easily manipulated, right? You take into everybody else's desires. You don't want to upset somebody, you know, with your Pisces moon, you want everybody to get along. And so really setting boundaries for you is super important, especially on the 21st when we have this me versus others dynamic going on. And with your Pisces moon, you probably think of other people a lot and want to accommodate them. And so on the 21st, this issue is really up for you to look at and decide, okay, how can I set a boundary within my family environment, my living environment, and still get my needs met and have everybody still live harmonious? So there's a lot around that home and family. Now, on the 28th, we have this lunar eclipse, which actually will fall in the sign of Pisces. And your moon is in Pisces. So on or around the 27th, the 28th, even a week before the 28th, this eclipse energy is going to kick in strong for you. The moon being in Pisces, we're all going to be tuned in a lot more, especially you, to your sensitivities, to your intuition, to your feelings. You're going to be absorbing a lot like a sponge. So if you do any kind of protection things like protection stones, oils, you definitely want to use those around this lunar eclipse on the 28th, because you're going to be so open. Setting boundaries is going to be important for you. And you're saying goodbye to some old Piscean habits. For example, the failure to set boundaries, the tendency to get very confused in relationships and be like, well, I'm just going to mold to what everybody else wants, right? Or a big habit is living in the past, right? Living in the past and, not being in the present moment. These are some of the Pisces tendencies that might come up and you say, oh, I need to work on those or release them. But particularly since you are a Pisces, or excuse me, a Taurus sun, this eclipse on the 28th is also going to be a big deal about your friendships and relationships. So I think that you may be sifting through friends, groups, organizations and looking at, well, this friendship suits me, this one doesn't anymore. So there may be a place where you're putting your energy with a person or a group that no longer serves you. And you're going to maybe choose to let that go. Also with your life purpose and where you put your energy. You really need to sift through those activities and decide which ones really align with your purpose and which don't. So that eclipse on the at the end of the month is going to be your big event. Any questions on that?
I'm already aware of a lot of this stuff that I'm really, it was funny because we were just talking about releasing in my session. I'm already releasing a lot of that stuff, setting the boundaries, not allowing anybody else to make me feel small, or I'm pushing that away. But the one thing that you touched on is what my original question was, the certain projects that I've started. This is where I'm questioning, do I continue with those or do I not continue with those? So that's
do any of them have to do with home environment, home and family, or
well, I work out of my home, so my dining room table is my work table, my desk, because I live in an apartment, so we don't have a lot of space, so I have to make use of what we have here.
Sure. So again, I would say looking at the space that you're using for your work, sometimes a little feng shui or moving around some things can change the whole dynamics if you work at home. And that is going to be important for you, is really looking at that space in terms of the projects. And then also if those projects really align with your life purpose or not. And that's going to become clearer to you as we get closer to that lunar eclipse on the 27th, 28th.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Righty. All good? Rosemary, you're okay?
Yeah, all good. Thank you.
Can I ask Catherine, we do have one more question at the moment, but can I, if it's okay, can I go on from what you just said with Rosemary? So
Sure.
Can you expand a little bit more of what you said about your life purpose the importance of your life purpose, or the clearer that it's going to become clearer as we get closer to the lunar eclipse.
Right. So since her sun is in Taurus, and the eclipse, if you're Taurus rising or Taurus sun, the theme revolves around the 11th house. And the 11th house in astrology has to do with our life purpose. It's where we see our place in the world, how we want to give our gifts to humanity. Not necessarily, I want this corporate job and how much money I want to make. It's more related to, these are my gifts and talents, and this is how I see myself fitting into the world and giving of myself. So that's why I was mentioning to her the focus of life purpose.
For anyone who's Taurus, moon and Taurus rising, Taurus sun. Yes, thank you.
Taurus sun or Taurus rising.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Now we do have, let me go back to the question. Vicky is online. She's saying, may I have a reading, please? I'm a Virgo rising, Libra sun, and Aries moon.
She said Libra sun.
Libra sun, Virgo rising, and an Aries moon.
Okay. Great. So for Virgo rising, this activation on the 20th is going to fall in your 12th house. And so you really want to, pay attention to your dreams tonight. Do some extra meditation, because the message about whatever was activated for you on that eclipse on the 12th, the information is coming to you through a subconscious avenue, right? So if you do automatic writing, if you do breath work, you're going to open up those portals to see what and how to activate that solar eclipse that happened on the 12th. So that's the theme. And, I would also say that there is probably something about the way that you're draining your energy that needs to be looked at, right? Virgos have a tendency to do that, and being in the 12th house, there's something about your health and the way that you allow your energy to kind of seep out that you want to pay attention to. There's some kind of message there for that. And with the eclipse on the 28th, that is going to fall in your 7th house, which is your partnerships. So the connection might be, is a partnership, an intimate partnership, draining you? Is there a person in your life that you feel a karmic connection, but there's some things that are unresolved that you're not clear about? This would be a great time to do something like a past life relationship reading, to go deeper into this intimate relationship, because there's something about it that maybe you're wanting to leave behind, you're wanting to uncover more, and this is a perfect opportunity to do that. With your sun in Libra, some of the themes also have to do with health. So this is really coming through strong, that there is something about your eating, your supplements, your exercise regime, the way that you spend your energy. There's something that needs a little adjusting, a little tweaking. And these eclipses are bringing that forth to you. So of course, more self-care and listening to what does your body need, right? And Virgo has a lot to do with digestion. It could be something related to that. And then with your Aries moon, of course, that eclipse in Pisces will be interesting for you, because it may actually help you slow down and listen more to the intuition instead of just impulsively acting. With that Aries moon, sometimes you just do something, say something, and then it's like, oh, I should have thought about that. So I think that this eclipse on the 28th will be a reminder to slow down and think before impulsively expressing emotions, for example.
Good. Thank you. Thank you for that, Vicky. Let us know if you have any comments or anything like that. Okay, and I'm just seeing everyone else. So we've got Christ May. Let me just send a message to Christ May.
Could I just ask a quick question?
Yes, please do.
Catherine, when you were saying if you live in the United States, does that mean, like, are you saying North America? Because I'm in Canada. So I'm not in the States, but I'm close to the
Oh,
border.
yeah. Just, in Australia, it's already the 20th. But
Okay.
in our northern hemisphere, yeah, you'd be included in that. Tomorrow
Okay.
is the 20th. So yeah, that's why I was making the distinction.
And
Thanks.
does it make any difference, Catherine, if I can ask, if one place gets the eclipse and the actual eclipse, like we didn't have the solar eclipse here, we don't have a solar eclipse for 2 more years, right? And I'm
Well,
not sure about the lunar eclipse. I haven't checked. I haven't heard that there's a lunar eclipse coming. So I don't know if we're getting it at all, or if we're staying in the northern hemisphere. Would that make any difference?
well, it's more what you're talking about is, am I going to actually be able to see the eclipse, right?
Yeah.
And so just because you don't see it doesn't take away from the fact that astrologically there are these things going on with the signs and the moon. So you would feel the effects, you just visually would not see them if it's not in your hemisphere right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Question.
All right, not a problem. Thank you. That is great. All right, I'm just checking. Just 1 second. I've just got to check and make sure that what's happening. This is wonderful stuff. Okay, hold on 1 second.
While you're looking that up, we know coming up August 22nd, we're going to be entering the Virgo sun sign period. So if anybody is a Virgo sun, wishing you a pre-happy birthday. And we all naturally will begin to feel more wanting to be more organized, more efficient. This is kind of back to school time, right at the end of August. Everybody gets all into learning mode, which is related to the sun in Virgo. So if you haven't been feeling that yet and you feel like you got a lot of organizing to do, just hold tight. We will enter that Virgo phase beginning August 22nd until September 22nd. And we can really take advantage of also the ability to discriminate. Virgo is wonderful at that, to really see what's good for something, what's not good for oneself and for other people. And Virgo is also a great visualizer. So if you believe in visualization techniques, Virgo can really pinpoint a, desire and visualize it and make it happen. So
Okay.
just wanted to add that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Just having a look just very quickly. Jenny, do you have any other questions? And Laura, if you have any other questions, Laura's still online. Unfortunately, we lost the other two. They're not online at the moment, but hopefully they'll come back. Jenny, if you have any other questions, you're more than welcome to ask.
I don't have any questions, but I did find out that my ascendant was Cancer. Finally.
Oh, Cancer ascendant, Jenny. Okay, so let me give you a couple pieces of information on that. The activation tomorrow on the 20th for you will occur in the second house of money. So if you think back to the eclipse on the 12th, were you wanting or visualizing more money? Were you wanting to find ways to make money that align with your priorities more? There's some kind of opening tomorrow on the 20th for you related to money. Also self-worth issues, right? If you've been feeling like, yeah, I really need to boost my self-worth, that could be something as well. And then the eclipse on the 28th for you will fall in your 9th house, which is the house of overseas travel. It is the house of mind expansion. And so this is really an opportunity for you to complete or finally take action on some kind of new expanded type of learning that you've been interested in. If you've been wanting to open up a new book, take a course of study, expand your mind, like on the 28th, it's like coming to a close. It's like, okay, I have to do this now. right? It's coming to completion. Or maybe you have been already in a course of study and it's coming to completion. You might experience that as well.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and for everybody, I want to say that the month ends on a very cool note. On August 31st, we have the expansive planet Jupiter making a trine to Saturn. So what does that mean? Well, Jupiter is the dreamer and Saturn is the reality planet. So when they come together, the message for us all is we can make our dreams become reality. Okay. The energy as we approach the end of August is so great for really becoming serious about taking some desire and making it a reality. You've been wanting to be a rock star and you haven't done anything about it. You know, when it comes to Saturn, the message is, well, either do it or let it go, right? Quit talking about it. Whatever desire you have, if you're not going to take action on it, be done with it. But if you really want it, I'm going to help you take action on it. That's what Saturn says. So it's a maturing about some idea that you have and really owning it. And if you want it, take some practical steps to make it happen. So I love that energy for the end of August. It's a nice way to end the month.
All right, thank you, Catherine. We've got someone else, Lou, who's watching. And she's also sending me a text message. She's having problems doing messages. She's Taurus rising. She's just Taurus rising. Her date of birth is the 23rd of the 8th, 69.
Oh, could you say the birth date again?
23rd of the 8th. So that's for you, it's the 23rd of October. August.
August 23rd. Yeah. So
August 23rd, because we're different things.
Okay.
9, and she's Taurus rising.
Okay, so Lou, you are so practical. You just don't have time for things that can't produce something, right? You love to produce things, to make things, to make things reality. So I was just mentioning this August 31st, where we have the Jupiter of dreams and Saturn together. So making our dreams a reality. So for you, you're really going to enjoy this because that's what you're all about. You're all about practicality and like, I'm going to do it, right? So you have no problem with that, but you're going to get extra support on the 31st. The activation tomorrow for you will fall in the 4th house of home and family. And so looks like that eclipse on the 12th could have had something to do with a family, a home situation. And now through family, through your living situation, you're getting a clue as to how to make that eclipse come to reality. So really think back on August 12th, that solar eclipse. What new desire did you put into motion? Because if it had to do with living situation, family, that's where the answer is going to come for you. Or it can also be related to, opening up to your subconscious a little bit more. Now, the eclipse on the 28th for you, Lou, will fall in your 11th house, which is your house of friends, groups, and organizations. So, being the Virgo that you are, you're very particular about your friends and you're very particular about the groups you hang out with. So you're already very discriminating in that area, but this eclipse is going to help you see even clearer if there is a friendship that is not serving you, or if there is a group or organization that is not serving you. Or you really may decide that you want to take a bigger role as a communicator or a facilitator in one of these groups. Okay, maybe you're fed up with the leader of the group that doesn't stay on focus, because you love focus. You want a teacher that's going to go from point A to point B and not diverge all over the place. That's your Virgo, that's your Taurus working. So maybe you're going to speak up about that and make some changes. But we're coming into your birthday soon. So what happens on your birthday is we have a solar return, which means that the sun returns to the exact natal position as you were born. And what happens is a whole new chart called the solar return comes into an effect. And so I recommend getting a solar return reading, because on your birthday, you cast the chart and you get to see the energies for the entire year. What is going to open up for you? It's very valuable, great predictive tool. And for Virgos, there's a lot of good things on the horizon. So get excited about that and do check out a solar return reading.
Which of course you do, Catherine.
Yes.
Okay, and Lou, and for anyone out there who is also watching, I'm just putting Catherine's links below. And contact her on there, which will be good.
And also, Lou,
readings, Catherine, how long are the solar return readings?
well, I look at several charts to back up what the solar return says. So typically 60 to 90 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention to Lou, the day before your birthday on August 22nd, the sun is making a trine to Chiron. And this is all about Taurus topics: body, self-worth, finances. And you're going to find it's a very interesting day where issues related to how you feel about your body, how you feel about your self-worth, all those things come up, but it's an opportunity to really heal them. And so they might be more in your face, right? You might actually feel the low self-worth or money issues, but it's coming to the surface so that you can have an opportunity to look at them and heal them. So wanted to mention that.
Yeah. All right, Lou, let us know if you have any more questions. And yes, I understand you're at work, so just send me a message. It's not coming through on YouTube, so just send me a text message because you're at work, which is fine. Now, we don't have any more at the moment, Catherine, so can I ask for a collective reading?
Yes, yeah. So the nodes have moved into Leo and Aquarius. And so we are, as a collective, looking at leaving behind doing things for attention, doing things for prestige, and more looking at doing things because it will better ourselves and humanity. If we get recognized for it, great, but that's not the goal. The goal is this is going to help the collective. That's the energy we're shifting into. And the drama, the Hollywood stuff, that's going to become so passe for a lot of people. They're going to be like, oh, who cares, right? We're going to be able to see through the fakeness of political leaders, of celebrities, and see how fake it is. And shifting our attention to the real humanitarians. This is the Aquarian North Node. And those are the people that will really captivate us, you know, not the movie stars in the show. We're going to see through the fakeness. And so looking for those tribal leaders who are real humanitarians in all the different areas of life. And maybe it's you. Maybe you are rising to be that Aquarian true humanitarian. That's what the world needs right now, and we're being called to do that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you ever so much. Let me just do another quick refresh. No, they're all done. I haven't received any messages from Christ May. So all good.
Yes.
Thank you ever so much.
You're welcome.
Lou, let us know if you have any other questions or things. And yeah, looking forward to it. So you'll be back in 2 weeks' time, Catherine, which is actually the first week of September. I was going to say the 1st of September. It's not the 1st of September, but it's the first week of September. So it's your
Yes.
first Wednesday in the US, Northern Hemisphere, and the first Thursday here in Australia or the Southern Hemisphere.
Yep.
Which
We'll
is
dive
very,
into
very
September.
good. Thank you. And look, can I finish up very, very quickly? I mean, I'm a Libran, down and out Libran. So any thoughts on being a Libran in the next, what I should look out for?
Well, I think the August 21st, which for you might be the
Tomorrow.
22nd.
Okay. Yeah.
It's because the Libra is always balancing me versus others, right? The energy is really having you look at this idea of compromise. How do I not lose myself in relationships? How do I not give too much? How do I set boundaries? That's a big thing coming up on the 21st. And I think this eclipse for you on the 28th at the end of the month in Pisces really might be a little bit needing an adjustment in your life. You're going to realize, okay, something needs adjusting. Something isn't quite right because Pisces makes an inconjunct to Libra. And so, always making an adjustment isn't that easy. So again, it's probably going to be related to boundary setting. You're going to recognize there's some kind of relationship or somewhere in your life that isn't going quite right, and it's uncomfortable for you to set this boundary, but it's necessary. That's what I would say.
Okay. And read or don't read between the lines. Thank you. Thank you. An interesting month coming up, all the rest of the month anyway. The last week, we're almost in the last week of August. Well, for here in Australia, and you guys not too far away too.
And I do have one more short thing to add on to my message, if I can, because Pluto is also an Aquarius. In addition to the North Node, the slogan is "Power to the People." And worldwide, one of the ways that people are doing this is standing up against data centers in their backyard.
Yes.
It's been absolutely phenomenal. So the power is in the hands of the people. So go for it.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you ever so much. I'm just doing one little last check. I do believe that we have everything covered. Yes, for this week, which is nice. You'll be able to finish early, which is nice. I thought it would take a lot longer, but it's all good. It's all really good. So thank you, Catherine. Rosemary, thank you for joining. But do you have any last questions?
I just wanted to share something because Jenny, you took the time to find out what your rising sign was.
Yeah.
I never knew what it was, and I just found out rising in Scorpio. I thought, wow, that is pretty cool because it aligns with everything that I'm doing. The Taurus, the Pisces, the Scorpio. I thought that was pretty cool. So thank you for making me look into that.
Very cool.
Yeah, good.
Good. All right. So as mentioned, Catherine will be back in 2 weeks' time, live in our village. And soon, Catherine, one thing I was going to mention to you, we are now on school where you can go live in school. So soon we will be hopefully doing both. I'm still working that one out, but into our school community, which will be really, really good. So I'm working that. But until then, come and see us in 2 weeks' time.
Okay.
So thank you. All right.